get 5 points in control of this game. Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
Players!
Yeah!
Blue team, begin!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we prepare to deliberate on the situation at hand, I just want to talk about mice. Mice, think of mice as the budget deficit. We have a budget deficit. Oh my gosh, we're spending money hand over fist. If only there was some remote control that we could use to click off yes, if we could click off our spending, then we would be in a much better shape. We wouldn't have to slash our wrists because we're going to
Swish! We have complete control over the budget, ladies and gentlemen. All we have to do is pull the strings along until they get things going. We have to milk it like a cow, or a sheep, if you will. Dog. Don't milk your dogs. But when you're giving them a bath, like giving them shots from the vets, that's what we need to do to this budget. We need to give it a shot like a bunch of veterinarians. Swish!
Now, my opponent is talking about giving the budget a shot. Now, why doesn't he just take a hike? Because, frankly, if you have a tick on your arm, you don't give the tick a shot, you cut it out. We have to, the eclectic process, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes you guys gotta let that tick feed, much like the budget. You just gotta keep giving that money until it goes. And if I read this right, if I read it right, we're all good. Read. Really? I'm tall. Let's face it. Switch.
Let's face it, you cannot give the budget a shot. You have to find programs to cut. 2 programs in particular would be nice. Number 1 would be clothing. We should just do our own laundry. Tie-dye, perhaps. Dye. Yes, if you're going to dye your own clothing, you can save millions of dollars on a ship. And if you get seasick, you can save on tie-dye. If you had to vomit or puke or Technicolor yawn,
Let's face it, clothing is an important part of our lives. We just shouldn't get rid of it. Give me that clue again. I will lick the budget. Everything might be squared away. So that retolic. That row tall. Yep. Tall. Vitriolic. That's a word, right?
Now, the important thing to know about cutting budgets and tie-dyeing is that if you go out on the sea, you may get sick. You may throw up. You might hurl. You might blow chunks. Now, if you were to go to the doctor would say ah. Now that's what we have to do with the budget. We have to say budget, say ah.
Vitriolic. Vitriolic. Switch!
Now, if you had a vitriolic reaction to being sick, and you had your hose out and you're doing your gardening, and there's nothing coming out of the end of the hose, or the nozzle, you're nauseated, then I am too, frankly. That's why I decided we should do away with the internal combustion engines on our watercraft and just row, or paddle, if you will. Or else, us.
Not only do you want to get rid of clothing, but rid of our internal combustion engines, I will fight that to the death. Fight by P5 something sticks, and that's man policy. All of these people right here in the audience, you, him, her, he, her. Switch!
Now, if you're going to tie the Paleolithic version of the rhinoceros, the rhinoceros.
She has no idea what we're talking about, and that's just ducky. Duck. Fire duct. Fire duct. Kind of like that, but different, really. Fire ducts.
Switch! Now, would be the big fish, a largemouth bass. And I was going to, now we're going to cut out bass and kites. We're going to
Switch! Fire ducks are ineffective. Fire dogs, however, right? Not a fire dog, forget those. When I'm racing down the street and I ran over or something, and the cops are blaring their sirens, they climbing out, they pull me over.
Well, that explains my opponent's desire to cut law enforcement spending and play with the controller or with the Wii. And if he's going to sing when the cops catch him. Yes, so, ladies and gentlemen, I am all in favor of electric.